name is Daphne Chang. I'm a vegetable chef based in New York City. I was a little bit chubby, maybe 10 or 15 pounds overweight. I started dieting and I started losing weight, but then it kind of grew out of control and it quickly became an addiction. So we had taken a cruise over the summer and I was just in a dress, and I just finally saw just how skinny I was. So, so many people have really bad relationship, even though it's not like a full eating disorder, they have like a love-hate relationship with food. So the therapy for me was cooking, and I started to realize that I really, really loved it. I went to school at Berkeley. I went to study nutrition. But I found myself not motivated to go to school, and so I dropped out. And during school, I worked part-time as a real estate agent just to, earn some money. But it turns out that was actually really helpful. So I used my real estate experience to find a beautiful loft space in Tribeca, and that's where I started a supper club. And then it grew to twice a week for 40 people, at its peak. And the Wall Street Journal wrote about it, and a popular website called Well and Good wrote it. I don't do anything solely for money, but it did okay. I funded it with credit cards. After over a year and a half, it made about $300,000, which is not too bad for me to take ingredients that are from Spain or from China or Japan or America, and put it together and mix it and create something new and interesting and different. That's what makes eating really interesting and fun. Especially, being a small business owner in New York City is really hard, and I've been working 12 to 16 hours a day, every single day, in the kitchen, on my feet, just working. Just trying to raise money and prove the concept of a vegetable fine dining restaurant could be successful. So I had an investor who actually turned out to be a fraud, and so after it took too long for me to really realize that he was a fraud. It was a long time of him leading me on. At a certain point, he said he was going to fund the whole thing, so then I stopped looking for outside investors based on fraudulent information. So he lied about how much money he had, he lied about, but I was just totally crushed. And then at the same time, I had to leave the supper club space, the Tribeca loft space, so everything just fell apart at once, and that matters just as much sometimes. I almost stopped trying after that. I just didn't want to, I thought that my whole life purpose was, this restaurant. It's just all of these obstacles in business and in life, they just make you stronger for the next things. I think that the stronger you get, the more you go through and you get through the obstacles. The world is not perfect. It's not fair. There is no laws of nature that include fairness. Just being alive. You're alive, and that's so much. So that's all you have, and everything else is icing. It's all extra bonus.